You're probably not used to seeing this box in a knife video, at least not very often. So what are we looking at? If you've seen my video yesterday, I showed this box for a little sneak peek of what we were going to be looking at. This is a gem out of my collection for sure. You can pause that and read the back real quick. In one of the very first Spyderco boxes, the white box with the blue logos. Very, very, very nice box. I'm going to go over how I acquired this knife. We're going to be taking a look at it. As you've seen by the title, you know what it is. It is the original Bob Lum Chinese folder. Now this one is from December 14th of 2001. This is the original Lum Chinese, guys. I know they have made many variations over it over the years, all of them sticking to the roots of the original collaboration Spyderco did with Bob Lum, excuse me. I have got the original collaboration in box with the foam, with the plastic, and with the original education, as they call it. Very, very rare find, and a gem indeed. So how did I acquire this knife? Well, me and my girlfriend went to a gun and knife show. I can't remember exactly where it was at. It was either in Georgia or somewhere in South Carolina. And I was, of course, only going for the knives. I love guns, but not a huge collector. I buy what I need and that's it. And I came across this really awesome guy who had a bunch of knives that I wanted. So basically what I did is I bundled this knife, a Spyderco Sage 2 titanium, and the purple Sprint Run handled Spyderco Dragonfly, and I gave him $300 for all three of them. Now personally, I would not sell this knife for a penny less than $400 today, especially with all the original box paperwork, foam, everything. So I gave him, I think, about $120 for this knife. $120 or $130. But definitely just a beautiful gem in my collection. This does not get used. I'm not going to lie to you. This sits in my display case, and that is where it will probably forever sit. I will never get rid of this knife, and for good reason. So like I said, guys, this is the original Lum Chinese. This is the one with the green All Might finished handles. As you can see, the camera is not going to show the true color of the green, but it is a very rich emerald green, and that means a little bit more to me because my birthday is in May, and my birthstone in the USA is emerald. So this does mean a lot to me, and I did not know a lot about this knife before I bought it, but I'm so glad that I dropped the money on it because it is worth so much more than what I paid for it. And it's worth more to me personally because I have a very deep what's the word I'm looking for? Appreciation for Bob Lum's designs. Got that original right hand carry only, tip up or tip down carry. There is no left hand carry. I think on the newer ones there might be. This is the original, guys. I know nowadays they make the Spyderco Lil Lum, which is smaller than this one, and then they make the large Lum, which is bigger than this one, and they still make one in this size, but basically the same knife, just different handles, and they usually have the Spyderco logo right here and the Lum logo on the back. With this one, they proudly put the Lum logo on the front. There is no Spyderco logo except for on the pocket clip, obviously. But definitely just a beautiful piece of Spyderco history and Bob Lum history. Sadly, he did pass away a couple years ago. I think it was it was between like 2009 and 2012. I can't remember exactly what day, but he is very well known for his beautiful and very useful knife designs. You have this full flat grind, and the blade has kind of like a cant towards the front, so the handle just melts in your hand and the blade's leaning forward. The whole blade is basically belly, so just a great EDC blade. Very, very thin towards the tip. Very good slicer. This is not going to be for prying tasks, and this knife in general is not going to be for anything. But they do sell the newer version, and I definitely do want to pick up the newer version so I can actually use it. But I cannot bring myself to use this knife. This will forever be a safe queen for me. But just a beautiful knife, and I definitely wanted to share this with you guys out of my collection. One of my prized possessions out of my Spyderco collection. Just a very, very unique, thin yet strong liner lock. Very, very smooth. And let's get a sound of it opening. Just a great sound. Great detent. There's the detent. And there's the lockup. And it is rock solid. That is why they keep producing this knife. They have not changed the design any. I think they might have changed not using Phillips head for the handle construction, and they still used a Torx for the pivot. But just an overall piece of Spyderco and Bob Lum history, and I am so proud to own this knife, especially with the original box, original foam, paperwork, and bag. Just a beautiful knife, guys. That's what this video was going to be about. Just showing you a gem out of my collection. I've seen these before online, go anywhere from $300 to $500. They do have a version that's fully serrated. Mine is fully plain edge, so obviously that is going to go for more. But this is definitely not for sale. Just giving you the viewing pleasure of looking at one of the gems in my Spyderco collection. So that is pretty much it, guys. Not going to be a really big video. I hope you did enjoy taking a look at this knife. Bob Lum was and will forever be remembered as a genius for his knife designs. I know his normal customs that aren't collaborations of the Lum Chinese go anywhere from $1,800 to $5,000 because he has passed. They're just going to get more and more expensive, and I feel the same way about knives like this. But his customs, if you can find them for under $2,000, definitely pick them up. A great investment, or if you just want a piece of history in the knife making world. But that is pretty much it for today, guys. Let me know in the comments section below. What do you think about this knife? I have brought this from the depths of my collection. Probably will never see this knife again unless I do a Spyderco collection. But you will never see this knife again other than that. So take a good look at it, guys. Very, very beautiful knife. Nothing but good things to say about this knife. There is no bad in this knife. Only good and beautiful. And the design and everything. Just the way it's contoured. You don't need jimping for the cutting task you're going to be doing with it. Just beautiful. And this kind of shows how Spyderco was kind of ahead of its time back then. This was back in 2001, almost 2002. Just ahead of their time and making a quality folder. Very, very quality. Spyderco and Microtech, I would say, are definitely both companies that were always ahead of their time. The old Microtech SOCOM Elites and Amphibians, those are very high quality too, and this is definitely no exception. So anyways, guys, enough rambling about this knife. You got to take a look at it. Definitely will not be seeing it again. I appreciate you taking the time out of your day to take a look at this beauty in my collection. And after this video, I'm going to shine it back up and it will go in my case, and that's where it will stay. So anyways, guys, thanks so much for watching. Please like, comment, rate, subscribe for more awesome videos to come, and we will see you on the next one.